Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Poole. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bulldogs offense will get the first possession of the game. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and more. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And now on second down for this offense.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's looking to throw it. The sure hands, it's Perkins. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock, old school. Two of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, like, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Johnson. Makes a man miss. Turns it on in midfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Kane. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. They'll pass on the 50-yard field goal try and instead try to pick up the 1st down here on 4th. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds his big tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the end.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far.
3, Georgia, 0.
They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. This offense just wearing this defense down. 11th play of the drive coming. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Quickly complete. And the ball slipped out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Pressure coming. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, the inside give. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
The give to the tailback. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They go to the ground. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn.
Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Back to throw, it's Kane. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, this drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more big play here and avoid giving up a touchdown, man, that is a win.
Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He makes the connection. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Mississippi State going up-tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it to the right side. all the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Right back to the well. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to throw, it's Kane. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Georgia sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the 2nd half. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Going to the run to start this 2nd half. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He makes a catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Scanning the field, it's Kane. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he makes the catch at the 25. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Foster. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking to throw on third. Finds his target down the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first pitch.
Brings up second down.
Wants to throw on second down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Mississippi State right back to the line. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And that is no good. Couldn't find a way to draw closer. Still an 18-point hole. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he'll make the catch at the 15. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Poole. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Running with power.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. You just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Burns. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
From the gun, the ground game. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give it to him again. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2-9.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who start through the first 3 periods. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Lining up for the PAT. He stood tall in the pocket, held his ground, and delivered a strike despite taking that hit.
I'm impressed with this quarterback, boy. In the pocket like that, you've got all these bodies. Guys are trying to grab you, and guys are trying to shield your vision downfield. He knew he was going to get popped. And he was able to stand in the pocket calmly and deliver a strike downfield.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd down coming up. Wide out in motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Kane. Feeling some heat. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Bringing it back.
Second down.
Drag him down after a good return on the interception. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is a 3rd and long. These corners going to give them some space. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Motion from the offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's cool. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They want that clock to run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Man, they have been great on 4th down. A perfect 3 for 3. They'll try it again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Oh, look out! They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw it. The freshman able to get home with the sack. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. Been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack, trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Getting some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They move the tight end all over. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
A 3rd down try for the offense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. This offense will try to convert on 4th down for the 5th time. The defense has come up with just one stop so far. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here for Just